Oh, I remember what it was that just closed. Peter Pan just closed. That Peter Pan's under refurbishment till August 20th. It's closed right now. That's the other thing I was thinking of. I knew something else was
could
closed.
care less. Could care less.
No, you could not care less.
I'm sorry, you're right. I could not care less.
Right. If you could care less, it means you could actually care less.
Okay. I couldn't care less.
You could not care less, right?
I could not care less.
From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Tony Ann.
On this week's The Disney Crush Podcast, do you let your kids stick their fingers in the strawberry soup at the buffet? This and other interesting Disney chatter on this week's episode of the Disney Crush Podcast.
That's not something you teach your kids, Tony Ann, is to try everything out because they might not like it.
That's true. They can stick their finger in the bowls and see if they like it or not.
Right.
So
I
will explain that coming up shortly. I will expound on where this came from shortly. But so David, we've been apart. I don't know when we're going to be together again.
I don't know because you've just been Disney in it and got a planned trip coming up with none other than Rich, Big Daddy.
Yeah. So I don't, I don't have any wood to knock in here, but Rich does have a ticket. He has a 4-day Florida resident ticket, which is good till September. Luckily, Disney sells these tickets to Florida residents that are good for a certain period of time. It's not like it expires in 14 days like most tickets. They occasionally do these promotional tickets that are good. Sometimes they're good for 6 months. This one was good. I don't remember when it was released. Maybe May it was released, but it's good all summer through September. And I just bought it. So it'll be good for 3 months.
Yeah. And you guys opted for the 4-day ticket and there's a 3-day ticket. So what's the differences between the 3-day and the 4-day, Tony?
Well, the 3-day ticket was $219 and the 4-day ticket was $235. So I got him the 4-day ticket for $16 more. Even if he doesn't use the 4th day, I feel like I'd rather have that 4th day available because we're going this weekend and then we're going in September when Kevin comes. So I'd like to have the option for him to go to the park 2 days each trip, but if he doesn't feel like it,
hopefully it works out. And for $16, I mean, if the opportunity arises and he decides to go, you're going to be glad that you got that extra day.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's more to add Hopper, but I didn't add Hopper because.
Yeah, you don't want to push him too hard. You got to just kind of take ease into this one. Yeah.
We also rented a mobility device, a scooter, an ECV. We didn't use Gold because this is just a 2-day rental, and Gold charges the same price for it's a flat fee. So it was going to be $299 for 2 days, or for like a week. When I put it in the shopping cart, it's a flat fee. So it didn't make sense. The place I got it from, it was $45 a day. David, the Country Bears is reopened. Well, by the time this podcast comes out, it'll be reopened. I know that they've been doing cast member previews. I know there are videos out on all of your social media platforms. So if you really want to see the new show, it's out there. But it's interesting. They used mostly Disney music. They didn't use like country music. They made countryfied versions of various songs.
I'm interested to see how this is going to play out because some of the songs to me, I don't know how that's going to work, but they could surprise me. But like any other ride that's been rethemed or a new ride, I don't watch anything. I don't watch the videos. I try not to. I mean, of course I see some things on social media about it, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it wasn't one of my favorite things anyway, but change is good most of the time. Yeah. Sometimes it's not, like Frozen and certain other things just aren't good, but we'll see. And Figment, I mean, I could go on and on about whatever, but
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, what's the playlist? Do you have the playlist?
Yeah, there's an original song that they wrote for the Country Bear Jamboree called the Country Bear Musical Jamboree. Then Try Everything from Zootopia. That's the Shakira song, I think. Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I can see that. I can see how they'd be like clapping and rip roaring to that. A Whole New World from Aladdin. Fixer Upper from Frozen. That's the song that the trolls are singing, that Kristoff's a fixer upper. Remember Me from Coco, which is the song that always makes me cry. You've Got a Friend in Me, which is very, you can make that countrified. That's a Woody song. The Bare Necessities from Jungle Book. And then there's a song called Come Again, which was written for the Country Bear Jamboree in the 70s. It wasn't in the latest version that we're familiar with, but it's a song that had been written for the Country Bear Jamboree years ago. So,
wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of good songs in there. There really is.
Yeah, I think
probably my favorite is the Jungle Book songs, but no, there's some good ones in there. But I just don't know how it's gonna work, and yeah, I guess I'll just have to wait and when I go see it, because I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Yeah. So Dave, when are you going back to Disney? You got any plans? It's so hot out.
No, I mean, the last time we went, it was just not good.
Mm-hmm.
I just really have no desire to go when it's this hot in Florida. And we probably will go back, I'm sure, because it always happens. After 3, 4 weeks, 5, whatever it is, we are like, oh, let's just go over. We'll do it. But I think we just got to go back to our roots, if you will,
Yeah.
and start early, get out during the middle of the day, and then go back at night. And we didn't do that our last trip. We just we crushed it, crusher-wise. We got to the parks late, and we're in there in the parks in the middle of the day, which was the worst, and left early evening. Just didn't do the right thing. So, yeah. So I have no plans.
Well, our friend Laura Nothnagel asked today if anybody was going to be there August 11th. And I said, oh, Michael, thank you for coughing in my face. If anyone was going to be there August 11th, and I said, well, I don't have plans to be, but that's Veronica's birthday. So maybe if somebody twisted our arms, we'd go.
Yeah, I could take her over there for our birthday to see Laura.
What's on Sunday, Mike?
Monday is
Okay. 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 Michael's running down the week.
This is fun, and Friday is this.
Does he have an extra calendar I can have by any chance? I need a new calendar. I don't have any calendars. I got to get me a new calendar. Mine's out. I've used it up. I need a new calendar.
My bouncer just tried to convince Michael to leave, but he won't. So Friday shopping? No, Friday. Actually, this Friday, we're going to go to Epcot. How would you like that? Oh, he burped. That was good.
So,
Saturday, we'll see. Oh, that was nice. He's making all kinds of noises.
Yeah, he's in rare form today.
So Thursday,
we're going to go over to Orlando and see how the day goes, okay? Friday, we're supposed to go to Epcot. Saturday, we're supposed to come home.
But
what?
After Orlando.
After Epcot. Should we go to Wawa?
Of course. Wawa.
Maybe.
Of course.
We'll see if Dad wants to go to Wawa, okay?
Was that yes?
It's a maybe.
Was that yes or no?
It was a maybe.
What's that maybe?
It's a maybe.
It's a maybe. He doesn't know what a maybe is. Say it's right in the middle of both of them.
He said, what is this maybe? That's what he said. What is this maybe?
He's not accepting the maybe. No.
After
Orlando, he doesn't want to go to Orlando. Orlando's the cesspit. Speaking of Orlando, the Orlando Magical Dining is coming back next month. It's going to run from 1 second. I'll tell you. Hold, please.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh gosh, Orlando.
Oh God, Orlando.
Don't you like Orlando?
Oh, Orlando. Oh, Orlando. Orlando. Oh.
What's in Orlando, Michael?
Yeah. Orlando. Ugh.
Was he not like Orlando anymore? Or what's up with that?
Yes, so.
Jeez.
Boom.
Do you know that Orlando is where Walt Disney World is? Okay.
Does that change your mind, Michael?
He stopped. Orlando Magical Dining is running August 16th to September 30th this year. If you don't know, it's a deal that comes out every fall, usually the month of September, but they've been like extending it lately to more places, longer. They've been extending it longer, kind of like a Disney festival. And so August 16th to September 30th, they're price fixed menus for various restaurants around the Orlando area, which support this charity called the Mustard Seed of Central Florida, which helps to buy furniture for needy people. Let me see. As the only furniture and clothing bank in the region, the Mustard Seed serves over 3,000 individuals annually, transforming houses into homes and giving those in need a fresh start. So that's the charity that it supports. But the restaurants have this price fixed menu, appetizer, entree, dessert, $40. Some of them, the more signature restaurants, they're $60. But for the most part, they're $40. And there are a few restaurants in Disney that are doing it. Il Molino at the Swan, that's $40. Summer Lake on the House is included this year for the first time, $40. The Edison at Disney Springs, $40. Amare at the Swan Reserve is $40. STK is $60. I got to tell you, from what I had at STK that time, it wasn't worth $60, but okay. Maria and Enzo's, $40. The Four Flamingos, a Richard Blaze Florida Kitchen, which is not at Disney, but it's nearby. We went there for Tori's birthday weekend. It was very good, $60 menu. And Todd English's Blue Zoo is a $60 menu. So yeah, that's appetizer, entree, and dessert is included. And there's other restaurants around Orlando too, but these are the ones that are in the Disney area. Did I say Haleo? Haleo is also $40. I think I missed that one because I'm just going through the list and I was picking them out. So, yep. That's through September 30th. You have to look at the menus. You have to go on the Orlando or magicaldining.com is the website, magicaldining.com. And you can look at the menus because they're kind of limited. There's like a choice of 3 appetizers, 3 entrees, and 3 desserts for the most part. So anyway, Michael left without me having to tell him to because Orlando, that's what he said.
I know. I don't know what's up with him. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's been talking to Rich too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna put it out there. Well, I don't know. Maybe I won't because we don't know.
Maybe you're gonna lie.
We don't know when we're gonna play this, so I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna mention our misfortune this week with our podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway,
keep that to ourselves.
Well, Amy knows.
Well, I know Amy knows, but I'm just saying, it's not something you want to.
No, but people knew people knew we were working on it because I put out the feelers for it. So, Anyway, David. Mm-hmm. So, Country Bears, Tiana's done. Test Track is under refurbishment. Isn't something else going down under refurbishment soon?
Well, I know Rock and Roller Coaster just got done with their refurb. Well, it wasn't a refurb. It was just it was a maintenance type thing. I don't think much changed with it.
I'm just looking at the refurbishment schedule because I remember a lot of the value resorts are redoing their dining rooms. I know I think All Star Movies just did it, and now Pop Century is going to be doing it soon. The 2024 Disney refurbishment calendar.
I'd like to hire some Imagineers to come to my house and refurb my house.
Oh, I remember what it was that just closed. Peter Pan just closed. That Peter Pan's under refurbishment till August 20th. It's closed right now. That's the other thing I was thinking of. I knew something else was
could
closed.
care less. Could care less.
No, you could not care less.
I'm sorry, you're right. I could not care less.
Right.
Mhm.
If you could care less, it means you could actually care less.
Okay.
It means
I couldn't care less.
you could not care less, right?
I could not care less.
I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's but yeah, I'm finding that a lot of the food courts are going. Michael's back, in case you didn't hear him grunting. He's still very bitter about Orlando.
Well, tell him he can stay home.
Yeah.
What if Dad comes to Orlando? I don't think I've ever referred to it as going to Orlando before. I think that's what's throwing him off.
You must replace Orlando with Disney.
Fine.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
After Epcot, may I go to please?
To Wawa,
Yes.
we'll say, go ask Dad. He's the one driving.
What's this?
Dad's driving.
What's it say yes?
No, that was a go ask Dad. The man is the head of the household, but the woman is the neck. Do you know that saying? Do you know that saying?
I do now.
It's from Moonstruck.
Okay.
The man, no, it's
that a
not from
movie?
Moonstruck. No, it's from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Never
The
seen
man
it.
is the head of the household, but the woman is the neck, and the neck turns the head.
It's a good one.
The neck controls the head.
It's another movie I've never seen.
You've never seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
You don't have
my
to yell. You don't have to yell.
No, I do have to yell because that's a travesty. That's like tell me you never saw Grease.
I did see Grease.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
See the Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's
I'll
funny.
think about it.
But
Okay.
you know what? It's almost like your and Veronica's story. Because
Really?
you're this not Italian at all person.
Mm-hmm.
And Italians, we're loud like the Greek family in the movie.
Yes, yes. You guys are a unique bunch. That is for sure.
Right. And so is this family. And he's coming from the most, boring family ever. They show his parents and they're sitting there looking at each other when she goes to meet his parents.
So
and then
you
he
said-
goes to meet her parents and that, they have a lamb cooking in a spit in the in the backyard or in the front yard. Actually, they have a pit in the front yard with a lamb.
Yeah, I could see that. I
Sounds
mean,
like something we would do.
I know when we had our wedding reception, and all her family came down to our house, and we had the party, and my friends were like, "Dude, what's up with all the guys out there? What's up? They all got sunglasses on. They're all like standing there with their arms folded. What's up?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, that's just her family. That's her cousin over there. That's
Yep.
They look like, I don't know."
We can be intimidating,
Yes, it could be intimidating.
but Michael's back.
Yes.
Oh, great! This is gonna be a great show, Dave. We just insulted Italian people and Greek people, and now
No,
Michael's
we didn't insult
back
anybody.
in.
We're lifting them up. It's a wonderful
So-
family, and I enjoy it immensely.
So what's this?
You have to see My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
What's this?
Okay, I will. I do watch movies. I know you don't believe it, but I do watch movies. But you know what? I'm more prone to watch like a documentary
Yeah,
or something like that. That's to me is more interesting.
you're gonna have to bleep out Michael's. You're gonna have to try to get Michael's burps out of here while you're talking. He's over my shoulder burping.
Or I know I heard him. Or I'll just leave it in.
People could think it's me burping. You don't have to. And then you blame it on me. I could just move my chair and you could blame it on me.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
So yeah. So
Okay, I'm gonna have to call Dad because we're never gonna get this done.
Monday. Bus Monday.
Are you in the moment with me here, or are you somewhere else?
No,
talking
I'm
to your
looking
friends?
No, I'm not talking to my friends. I'm looking for some of the stuff we talked about. Okay, so do you want to do a good, the bad, the ugly, or?
I think we had some good ones too, didn't we? Or you did?
If I could find them again.
Okay. Well, you try and find
I
them.
have Dave. I have a good, the bad, and the ugly of Reddit. Do you have an intro for the good, the bad, and the ugly of Reddit?
I do not have one for Reddit, but I can work on that.
Okay, please do.
On this week's, right. On this week's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of Reddit. Reddit. I read it, and I don't like it.
That's it.
Sorry, that's all I got.
No Bing.
Well, you can't Bing because Bing is its own thing. I can't. Bing is for
So you come up
Facebook.
with another noise for Reddit, like
Reddit.
donk, or I don't know. Michael was in here burping a little bit ago. Maybe we can just isolate that sound and put
I
it
could
in.
possibly do that. I could possibly do that.
Sounds good. All right. So the good, the bad, and the ugly of Reddit. I know Disney can be incredibly stressful, and it's tempting to let your children roam so you can enjoy things, but please watch them. Obviously, kids will be kids, but I saw two things that were disgusting on my most recent trip. The first was at Space 220. A young kid climbed over the back of their family's booth and started walking all over a family's table and food. No clue what happened after that. This poor family was trying to eat and had to get up and physically go to the parents' table to let them know their child had become Godzilla to a bunch of space food. Then the second one, I was at 1900 Park Fair. Plenty of kids were going crazy here because of the character interactions, which I totally understand. But watch your kids at the buffet. A kid between the ages of 7 and 9 was at the strawberry soup dessert station while both his parents were getting prime rib. The child proceeded to dunk his finger into every single bowl of strawberry soup, taking a break to lick it completely clean before dunking it again. I stood here completely dumbfounded, wondering if I should tell the staff or even if I should get a dessert myself at this point. His parents finally showed up to grab some too. And he said to his mom, "It's good. I tried it." Instead of wondering how he tried it, she said, "Oh, that's great, honey," and walked away.
You know, not often does this happen, but I have no words.
Yeah, he was sticking his finger in every bowl of strawberry soup and licking it clean in between the dunks. And the thing is, the lady didn't know if she should tell the staff. Yes, you should definitely go find a cast member to throw away every single bowl of that stuff because I don't want that kid's snotty finger.
No,
in my
that's
soup.
probably his booger finger too. Same one he uses to check into Disney.
Yeah, exactly.
Ew.
So, check your kids. Don't let them roam free at the buffet.
I don't like buffets. I mean, I like buffets, but I don't like buffets because there's too many people out there that their etiquette, they just don't get it. And and the one thing that gets me is, now I'm not trying to be a germaphobe, but I am kind of a germaphobe. But every time you pick up that spoon or whatever to get you your food out, you've had 100 people touch that spoon. And now that's why I always use a napkin when I grab a utensil to get my food.
And that's unfortunate because with your dietary restrictions that you follow now, a buffet is actually, people don't realize it's actually a good place to go if you're on a restricted diet because you can sort of pick and choose. And so like if you only want to eat protein and meat, you could just load up a plate with prime rib or bacon eggs.
Absolutely. And that's the last time I went to one I did. I was very happy. Like,
But not if there's children sticking their fingers in the eggs.
No, that would just be like an adult walking around and just poking everything. You know, I do that to my kids and stuff. I'll take, if they get a brand new hamburger or something, I'll go, "Oh, that's nice." And I'll stick my finger right in the middle of it just to annoy them.
So you're a jerk.
I am a jerk, but I wouldn't do that in public. I do that with my own kids.
You just do that to the people you love the most.
Absolutely. That tells them how much I love them. This is a loving father's finger in your food. And they do it right back to me. They get me back all the time.
Oh, so, yeah. I've seen, there was that time that we were eating ice cream and Olivia got you good.
Oh, yeah. She got me. Yeah. It's my fault. I started it when they were young and now I'm getting paid back.
Right. So they're jerks back to you now.
It's elderly abuse now.
Yeah. Because you're so old.
I know.
I think Michael's coming back. I can hear him, Dave. I can hear him. So, Dave, what do you think happened here? This is actually Facebook, but we're not going to just do a Bing because now we're transitioning to Facebook.
Well, absolutely not.
You don't have to do the whole thing.
Oh, I'm going to do the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
This week's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of Facebook. And this is for Uli Eiserman. Lubadish. Bing.
You're so weird, Dave. Oh, Mike's back. What?
Friday's Epcot.
Thursday's Orlando and Friday's Epcot. He learned a new thing to say now. Orlando. I guess I've never said that we're going to Orlando before.
Well, now you're confusing them.
We are going. We're going to Disney. Disney is in the Orlando area.
Hey, Michael, when your mom takes you to the buffet, stick your finger in all the food and see if you like it.
Yeah. Do you maybe we'll go to Hollywood Studios on Thursday. Would you like that? Would you like to go on Rise of the Resistance?
Hey, did Rise of the Resistance break down? Did I hear that?
I'm just confusing the heck out of him because I've kind of kept this under wraps because I didn't want to hear about it every day.
Man. You just opened that can.
Well, actually, no. We did Michael's DAS interview the other day, so it went really well. It only took about 25 minutes, maybe, from start to finish. So that was great because I'd heard other nightmares that it was taking a lot longer.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So, yeah. Dave, what do you think happened in this case? I just had an unfortunate thing happen. Our purple city mini stroller was missing from outside our room at Caribbean Beach Resort. I'm hoping it was a misunderstanding. If anyone sees it, let me know. Fingers crossed it gets returned because my toddler has gotten heavy, trying not to let it ruin our day. They left their stroller outside the door at Caribbean Beach Resort. What do you think happened to their city mini stroller, which is not a cheap stroller? I just want you to, I know you haven't bought a stroller in a long time.
No, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's among top of the, that's pretty up there.
Well, the thing about it is if you're not a frequent Disney goer,
right,
you may not know that if you leave something outside of your front door, that pretty much is for free. Take it, please. Somebody take it.
Yeah. People think it's free cycle. Yeah. Did you see the pictures of the cabins out at Fort Wilderness?
I did.
Cabins?
Yeah, they're nice. I mean, of course, they're new and they're different. That's good.
I think that they're nice. I think I'm happy they have a Murphy bed again. They were one of the first places to have a Murphy bed, and they took it away and replaced it with a pull-out couch years ago. But now they have a Murphy bed like the other DVC properties. It'll be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there that purchased those cabins and now have them as their own little homesteads or their little tiny
the
homes.
old cabins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them out there. You can get. They had sold them a couple of years ago too.
Yeah.
When they did a refurb.
All right, here's one, Tony Ann. We will have a 6-month-old on our next trip.
Oh,
what
no.
stroller? Talking about strollers. What stroller do you all recommend that works well for Disney, that collapses easy and is small? Thanks. Well, first off, don't leave it outside your door, whatever you do. I'll give you some advice and you can thank me later. Skip the stroller. Don't even purchase it. Instead, purchase if you don't have one, get a pack and play and then drop that and the kid off at the parent's house before you go. And you're welcome.
Plan.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's a great plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this lady did not drop her kids at grandma's house. She drove from Texas to Florida. I need Walt Disney World 1, 2, or 3-day tickets. I already drove from Texas to Florida, trying every day to get tickets. I'm not understanding how or why, after we spend all this money in gas and all this money on food and all this money on a place to stay, yet Disney wants to charge us simply because we don't live here. After all this, how is it fair that Florida residents get tickets cheaper? They can go every day, anytime they want. My family had to take off work for this. Traveled through states. It's almost like a slap in the face. Almost $200 per ticket per person. And Florida residents get them for $80-ish. Okay, so to clarify, we just talked about this actually. Yes, there are Florida resident ticket deals. on occasion, not always, on occasion, when the parks need people. And one thing we haven't discussed today is that recently, like 4th of July weekend, there were hardly any people at Disney. I think I was talking to Jen Pulliam. She was there for 4th of July weekend. She said it was dead, that it's like a ghost town. It was a ghost, like the day after 4th of July, there was like nobody there.
That's unusual because usually 4th of July is packed.
I think the way people travel is different. I think since COVID, people, they don't have the same travel patterns. I think people are less intimidated to take their kids out of school because they took care of their kids' schooling for that year. I think people are more likely to be okay with taking their kids out of school now than they were before 2020.
Yeah, I mean, taking your kid out of school for a couple of days, they're not going to be behind 6 months. I mean, come on. It's like if they got sick. Let's be real. Your kid gets sick every now and then, and you're going to have to keep them home for 3 or 4 days. It's no different.
Well, yeah. But
Kinda
so
same.
I think that's part of it. I think it's been hotter than heck. So there's that. But these Florida resident tickets are very strategic. They do not give Florida residents deals prime season. We don't go near the parks the week of Christmas. The really, really busy weeks, no, there's no Florida resident deals. And a 1-day ticket and a 2-day ticket is the same price for everybody. And there are no deals on 1 and 2-day tickets. You can't, a 1-day ticket is what it is. It's $150 up. They say starting at 109. Those 109 days are far and few between, and they're mostly for Animal Kingdom. Sorry, Dave, but Animal Kingdom is the park that gets the cheapest tickets and the cheapest Genie Plus. And so those 1-day tickets are not for Magic Kingdom, and they're not for the prime of summer. So everybody pays that same price, that $160, $170 for a 1-day ticket, whether you live in Florida or not. The Florida resident tickets that we discussed earlier, they're a special deal, and Disney releases them when they see that they're going to have low crowds, when it's a season when they're going to have low crowds. And now with the park reservations, which I know they got rid of them, but still some of us have to make them, and the resort bookings, the hotel bookings, they can forecast, oh, there's not going to be many people here in July. We better fill the parks with Florida residents, and they'll throw us a bone. And so that's the thing. But the thing that most got me about this post was that she drove from Texas to Florida, booked a hotel, and didn't get tickets. And she's like, I'm trying to figure out how to buy tickets. Why are you trying to figure out how to buy tickets? You should have figured that out before you left your house.
Well, she doesn't seem like she's very happy. We can turn that frown into a smile by just telling her to turn that car around and go back home.
I think she was trying to find someone to buy her Florida resident tickets, which they can't do because you have to show your ID. So anyway.
Yeah, we get that a lot. We see that a lot when people just decide to come and think it's going to be an easy peasy and no problem. I'm going to get a ticket and I'm going to ride all the rides and there'll be no crowds. No, you're taking a chance. That's why there's podcasts and social media to help you out.
This is a good thing about Disney. This person posted, my cousin can't go last minute. I have an extra ticket I can't sell and don't plan on going back again. What should I do? So the cousin couldn't go and they had a ticket, and they don't have a million friends and family like you and me that we could just transfer a ticket to. So the person didn't know what to do with this ticket that was never going to get used because they're never going back to Disney. Okay. They're never going back to Disney. You technically can't do anything about it once you buy a ticket. It's your ticket. But Disney, this is what's good about Disney. She called and she said, listen, I'm going with my family. My cousin can't come and we bought this ticket. What can you do to help us? Update. After 2 transfers on the phone with them, we were able to use her $318 ticket for 4 $80 H2O Glow special event tickets for the day we're flying in. I only had to pay $1.50 more. This is perfect. The lady on the phone was super helpful and surprisingly patient and kind. I am satisfied. Respect for Disney has certainly increased. So this was a multi-day ticket, so it was $380, and they were out the money. So she called Disney and said, what can we do? And they were able to transfer the price of the ticket, the cost of the ticket, to 3 H2O Glow tickets, which are $80 each. So Disney was able to help that family. So I think that's great.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
That's a good of Facebook. But actually it was Reddit. But I didn't want to go back. Oh gosh,
you just had to go there, didn't you now? Okay.
Yeah.
Got to combine the two.
Yeah. Rich shaved his beard off, Dave.
Are you kidding me?
Well, he trimmed it. But he was looking like Santa Claus. And I was like, he was making me crazy.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was getting long. Last time I saw him, it was getting out there.
I'm planning this trip with Rich. I hope it goes well. I'm excited. Mm-hmm. We're going to be at Saratoga, which I've stayed at Saratoga quite a bit in the last 9 months. And I've really come to really love it. And I'm really surprised because I never thought I would like that resort. And so I'm going to take Rich there, and hopefully we'll get to see the drone show. So
yeah. This is good. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since he's been to the park. Well, he's been to Disney Springs, and then he came in for a short time a couple years back for the fireworks for your party. But other than that, it's been a while since he's really gotten into the parks, and he's got a lot to see because there's a lot he hasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. He's never seen Galaxy's Edge or Toy Story Land.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he's never been on Minnie and Mickey. There's so much he hasn't seen.
No. The last thing he saw was Pandora. He's been in Pandora, but he's never been in Toy Story Land or Galaxy's Edge. So it'll be interesting. He's looking forward to the Epcot Death March, especially since he'll have a scooter. So yeah, but
they make umbrellas. Maybe you can get him a little umbrella over the top of that thing.
They ask you if you want one of those things to go, and I said no, because that's just a bit much. Those overhead things.
Ask him if they have like a mister, like a fan mister or something like that, maybe, or a little air conditioning.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll have fun. I hope his leg cooperates, but I wish you were coming. But
no, I don't wish I was coming. It's too hot.
Well, hopefully you'll come in September when he comes, because that's when Kevin's going to be here.
Yeah, and September is going to be brutally hot too. September's a hot month. Brutally hot.
September 12th through the 15th is when we're going.
Yeah, that's going to be brutally hot. Guarantee it.
If there's not a hurricane.
That too, right? Because we've been to Disney when September's a pretty hot month, and a very good likelihood that there could be a tropical storm or hurricane that comes across the state into Orlando during that time of year. But we'll see. Yeah, I'll come see Kevin. And if Rich is there, that just gives me more reason to want to go too and hang out with Rich, because always a good time with Rich. So yeah, I'll come over.
All right. Maybe we'll finally get you to Three Bridges, because you've never been. Because we're staying at Coronado.
Never been.
The Dahlia Lounge. Have you been to the Dahlia Lounge yet?
I've been to the Dahlia Lounge, yes.
Oh, okay. But you've never been to Three Bridges?
No, haven't. I always meant to go there, but for some reason I never got over there.
Okay. Well, we'll be at Coronado, so maybe you'll come over.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else, Diane?
No, I'm looking forward to our trip, and I'm looking forward to some of our upcoming podcasts that we're looking forward to recording. I'm excited about those.
What we got coming up?
We're supposed to be recording with Jen Wynn soon, and talking to her about her trip to Japan. I don't know if this show is going to come out before that show or what, but if you're listening and you already heard it, well then I hope it was wonderful. We're going to be recording with Lori Talamo talking about her trip to Universal. We're going to be doing that. we're going to be talking to Amy Rhodes, hopefully, about why she loves Hollywood studios. We're going to record with Kevin Curtis Allen about why he loves Magic Kingdom. And yeah, that's a couple of the shows we have coming up.
Well, cool. That sounds like a good time, all of those.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah.
All right, Tony Ann. Well, you have a good time.
Thanks, Dave.
And hopefully Rich has a good time, because that just would be perfect.
I hope so.
You know, he'll have the kids there and you and maybe the whole family there.
Yeah.
So that would be good. Okay. All right, Tony Ann. Well, I guess that's going to do it for this week's Disney Crush podcast. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.